Can we talk to you for a sec? What's with the wacky headpiece you got on there?
What is it, Silly Sally?
Silly Sally, yeah, I just ran into her. Yeah, I've got an artifact myself out there. Who's going to go on there? I'm getting sillier by the minute here. What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny, what are you doing here tonight?
Just helping out, you know.
Volunteering? Pitching in, yeah?
Some friends, yeah.
Are you from the island?
No, originally from Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
And what are you doing up here on Nantucket?
I live here now.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do you like that?
I love it.
There's a lot of people up here from Mississippi, aren't there?
Oh, yeah.
What is the Mississippi-Nantucket connection?
The Mississippi connection is work, man.
Yeah? Is everybody from Mississippi here related to everybody else?
Kind of, sort of. It's a small town, so, you know,
right.
Tom slept with Harry, and Harry slept with Tom.
Right. I'm one of those. They do that in Mississippi, too?
Yeah.
I thought that was a Nantucket thing. No, but how did you get involved in doing this here tonight?
Well, a friend of mine asked me to help out, so I just helped him out.
What do you do when you're not here?
We got at the landfill.
At the landfill? How are things going out there?
Garbage.
Garbage? Yeah.
No,
are people being pretty cool about it?
Yeah, it's like more or less educating the public on it, you know?
Are they catching on?
Pretty much.
Yeah? Oh, some of them aren't, though, are they?
They're learning.
You got to straighten them out once in a while?
No, I don't.
No?
No, I just let them
yeah?
go with the flow.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you in a little while.
All right.
Thanks for talking to us. We're in the kitchen. We're watching the coffee preparation operation.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Chad.
Chad, what are you doing here? Making coffee?
Yes, sir.
And do you work at the golf club, or are you just here for this event?
My mom's Lynn Walsh, and she runs the auction.
Oh, yeah. And what do you think? She's doing a pretty good job, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you do during the week?
Go to school.
Where?
Here.
Here at Nantucket High School?
Yes, sir.
And how are things there?
It's working well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are things good at the school, would you say?
Yeah, it's a little
fair
confusing.
to middling? What's confusing?
It's the beginning of the year, so it's confusing, but it'll...
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior. A year to go.
Yeah.
And then what?
I'm going to go to Europe for a year and then...
Europe for a year?
Come back.
That sounds good. You need somebody to go with? I'm free for a year. Aren't we?
She'd let you go.
Huh? Oh, come on. I got my hat and everything.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We'll talk to your mom about it later, Chad, okay?
All right.
All right, we're going to talk to some more folks in the kitchen. Thanks. What's going on? How you doing?
Making desserts.
Desserts?
Yep.
That looks pretty fancy, man.
Yeah, it is.
Did you do that schmear thing on there?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Are you a chef?
I'm just one of the guys in the kitchen.
Yeah? Do you work for the club or are you volunteering for
I work for the club.
Yeah? And how's that?
Nice.
Yeah? Where do you come from?
From West Palm Beach.
West Palm? So you go back and forth, kind of a... What? Now tell us a little bit about West Palm Beach. You know, some of us here in Nantucket never been down there. What's it like there?
Pretty warm.
Warm?
Mm-hmm.
Are the
Year
people,
round.
is it kind of the same kind of thing as here, but warmer? I mean, as far as vacationing and...
It's a lot more humid than here.
It's more humid here? Or human?
Humid.
Humid.
Humid here?
Yes. No, in West Palm.
In West Palm, yeah.
But you like,
There's a lot of money in West Palm, though, isn't there?
Certain places.
Yeah? But there are a lot of normal people there, too?
Yeah.
You do
like
restaurant
me and
work
you.
down there?
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And how is that? Why do you feel like you want to go
I like
move
to travel.
back and forth,
I
yeah?
like to travel.
Yeah? Uh-oh. There's Joe again.
Magician's here.
Yeah, man. Is this a wild crew here, or what? All these volunteers?
It's exciting night.
Are they doing a good job?
Yep.
You look forward to this night?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now how long you got before this place closes down and you go south?
This is our last function day.
This is it?
This is it.
And then you close down. When are you going to be in West Palm?
But the 16th of October.
The 16th of October? Are you looking forward to it? Whatever.
Whatever.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Go with the flow. Okay. Can you talk to us about this for a sec?
Sure. What would you like to talk about?
Just what's going on in the room
What's
here.
going on? It's last call.
What does that mean?
It's 9 o'clock, and that means that the the silent auction's over.
How does this work now? If I want to bid on this painting, what do I
You have to do
do?
it very quickly because
Quickly, all
what
right.
they're doing now is they're now saying, see the X she's doing on the
Right.
line? That means
Done.
it's done.
Finished.
That means that if she puts this one right there, then I
Right.
will get that, and I
Oh.
will get that, and I will
Oh.
get that.
Are you happy about all that?
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Yeah?
The important
This
thing
is
is
beautiful here, isn't
it's
it?
wonderful, but the important thing is we're raising a lot of money for Nan, and
It's
that's
working, isn't it?
It's working, and each year it gets a little better.
Does it really?
It does. It does.
And are you involved in the organization?
I'm the
or
vice president.
Are you
Yes,
really?
I
And but, you know, I have to tell you, we're hearing a lot of great things about this organization.
Oh, it's a wonderful organization.
you know,
I'm just proud to be part of it.
From people, from the Ladies Who Lunch crowd who just come and have a good time and love to donate, to professionals and everybody else seem to think this is you're doing a great job.
Oh, it's wonderful, and we're very lucky. We have a wonderful group of volunteers, and they were here 7 o'clock this morning.
Wow, yeah.
And been working all day, and this is
beautiful.
this is our big event of the
Yeah.
year, and
And New Year's Eve will
and New Year's
be
Eve.
a big event too,
New
right?
Year's Eve is a big event also, but this is our primary
Right.
fundraiser.
And when you're not doing this, you're an attorney,
I am.
correct?
Right.
How's the attorney business here on the island
It's
lately?
wonderful.
It's booming, isn't it?
It's booming. It is.
Why is it booming? Is that a good
Real
thing
estate
or a
market.
bad thing?
The real estate
Okay.
market is really at its.
Is it like white hot? Is it crazy?
It's
or is
crazy.
it okay? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
What do you think is the next step, the next plateau for the real estate business?
I wouldn't even dare predict.
Is it going up? Is it going down?
I think it's going up.
Still going up?
I think so.
But aren't we riding for a fall that way though? You think?
I hope not.
No? Up, and suddenly you're at the edge of the cliff, do you think? No?
No, I think it's going to pretty much maintain itself.
Now, what about the protectionist element on the island, the conservationist element? Is there some kind of friction here, or is everybody working together about,
I think it's
the
a lot
Green
better.
Fund
I
and
think
the
it's better than
conservation?
it's been.
Yeah.
I think when I first got here, I think there was more friction than there is today.
Right.
I think that.
But the more isn't it? Do you think it's true that the more conservation involvement there is, the more somebody's ox financially is going to get gored about it, or not necessarily?
Well, not necessarily.
Right.
No, I think that I think we've got a pretty good balance now, and I think hopefully it'll maintain itself and stay this way for a while.
That would be good.
I think so.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Well, thank you.
We're gonna look
Thanks
around
for being
and see
here.
what. Yeah, we're glad to be here. See who bid on what, and you got your stuff here.
I got some.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yours.
All right. I'm sitting at the bar having a drink and a cigarette, frankly, and talking to Maggie.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Maggie. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm writing out all the sales slips from the silent auction.
You know, the silent auction looked to be a real bargain.
You seem to be really excited about how that worked.
I wish I'd been in there earlier. I
You
would have
should be.
bought something.
Yep, and I'll tell you the trick to silent auctions.
Yeah.
You wait till the last 5 minutes.
And then go in and just whack things out.
$10 more
Yep.
than the last person.
And then you get stuff.
And whoever the auction is benefiting makes $10 more, and you get the item you want. But that's how you do it.
Are all these things donated flat out?
Yeah.
Period.
Period. Flat
There's
out.
no quid pro quo, nothing. It's
Not
donated.
that I'm aware of. No.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You're an organizer,
I
obviously.
volunteer every
Yeah.
year for this thing
Why?
because they do good work. They help people with HIV and AIDS. They support them like all throughout their life, not just medicine or housing, or it's not just one thing. They do everything for them.
Like?
Take them to physicians' appointments in Boston, arrange for their travel, coordinate their prescriptions, which can be really complicated.
Is
Go see
HIV?
them when they're admitted in the hospital. They go and sit with them. I mean, they support them.
Surely something like HIV and AIDS. How could that affect us here out on this lovely island, remote from the rest of the country?
How can disease not come here? Is that what you're trying to say?
It's here, isn't it?
It's here. Yeah, people are dying from HIV and AIDS on Nantucket.
Well, I think a lot of people who live here or summer here or whatever like to think that
I like to think that, yeah,
there is no
bad things
undercurrent
happen here.
going on here.
Not true.
It's not true, is it? We have poor people here.
We do.
We have
Yep.
sick people here, and they need help, right?
Yeah, they do.
But people seem to. What is it about events like this? We covered the Boston Pops event for the hospital. Raised $1 million for the hospital. What is it about this island that gets people so into something like that?
Well, I don't know that that's this island that does that. I mean, I think people like the people that attend this, fundraisers, benefits, that's what they do.
That's what they do, yeah.
That's what they do,
There's a culture
Cause
there.
of the week, whatever, I suppose. But
Is there a lot of cause of the week type people?
I think there are.
Yeah?
Yeah, like where's the big party this week? What's going on? But I mean, it doesn't matter to me why someone spent $125 to come here. I know what the $125 is going to do.
Right.
So.
What is $125 going to
Everybody's
do?
like that. Not everybody's like that.
Right.
I mean, there are a lot of people here that know or have friends that have HIV or have died of AIDS, and they're here for that reason too. But
Right. Can anybody, anytime, just go to the NAN Center, which is out at
Yeah.
Key Post Corner, right?
Yep.
And just sit down and write a check and say,
Oh yeah,
here's
anytime.
$50.
Or go down and say,
know?
I've got an afternoon free. Does anyone that's a member of a member, or a I guess that's the word we use.
A client?
A client of NAN. Good.
Right.
Thanks for the help. That someone might need 4 hours. Maybe you could do. Someone could just volunteer their time.
Right.
Maybe do their lawn work, or go shopping for them, or just
Right.
go sit and talk with them. Some are.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's
Are you from Long Island?
a lot of things you can do. No, I'm not from Long Island.
Are you from the North Shore?
No, but I can talk like.
Who did your hair and your nails?
On camera.
Who did your hair and nails tonight?
Oh, Angela Massiano.
Can we just take one look at your nails
She's an
before we go?
expert.
Let's look at these nails. Aren't they? They're her real nails too, folks. How about it?
Maggie, you look beautiful.
She looks fabulous, doesn't she?
You really look nice.
Ron,
Yes,
how are you doing?
I'm doing fine now.
Now you're taking pictures here tonight?
Taking pictures right for Nan.
How did you get involved with NAN?
I met Cheryl Bartlett, and she asked me if I showed her my one of my portfolios, and she said she would like me to take photographs at their events. So that's what I've done, and the photographs I did for the last event are in the other room,
Right.
and I'm taking some more tonight.
Yeah, they look great.
Thank you.
Do you live on the island?
I do now.
You do now, really?
Yes, I do.
Where did you come from?
I came from New York. I was working in New York for 20 years,
Wow.
and I still work. I still go back
Uh-huh.
and forth quite a bit.
When did you come here?
Well, we've been coming up here for vacations for years to go windsurfing.
Right.
My wife always said she wanted to leave the city,
Right.
and I said, well, what am I going to do?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to wait on tables? I don't think so.
What does she do?
She works at a model agency in the city. She's been ready to leave that job for the past 6 years.
So you've moved here recently?
I've moved here a few months ago. She's still there, and my 6-year-old daughter is still in school, so we're going to wait for her to finish. And then we'll all be up here.
I've got a 6-year-old myself, sorry.
Do you?
Yeah?
How do you like it?
Oh, it's great, great. This is a great place for kids, too.
So I hear.
Yeah, oh,
I'm kind of worried
absolutely.
about it, actually. to
No,
tell you the
there's... If you've got a smart kid and you're interested in keeping them engaged, it's a great place to
It's
be.
a great place because
Yeah.
I'm worried about there's no museum of natural history here.
There's the Whaling Museum.
True.
You know? No, there's a lot. I mean, kids are about, what you can do for them here and now.
Yeah.
But what made you choose Nantucket instead of
Oh, you mean originally years
East
ago?
Hampton or Westport or
Oh.
somewhere like that?
Well, because Long Island is way too crowded.
Right. We like to say that Long Island has the worst of New Jersey and the worst of Connecticut combined.
That's true. I know because I know New Jersey real well. I grew up there.
And I grew up in Connecticut. To
so
the extent that I
between
grew
the two
up.
of us,
yes.
we know it all real well. I came up here because one time I was sailing in where I was somewhere and the wind was dead, and I asked the guy where there was wind in the summer. He said the only place there's wind in the summer is Nantucket. So the next summer we came to Nantucket. We've been coming up here every year ever since.
There's always wind here. It's windy as hell all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, there's always wind.
Are you a photographer by trade?
Oh yeah.
It's what you do.
Yes.
And how will you manage that career from here on Nantucket?
Well, for a long time I thought I never could. My wife was always whining, when are we going to move? Why don't we move? And I always said, well, what am I going to do? I'll wait on tables on Nantucket. And then I found out that there is a possibility to do weddings, to do portraits, to do this and that, and I can make as good a living here as I can at home, at home, in the city.
Right. It's a big business out here, really.
It can be, and I'm finding that out, and I'm finding that it's in many ways more enjoyable. There's certain things I won't be doing any trips to do a catalog in the Caribbean or Arizona or Miami anymore. Although that may not be true, I can work out of Boston.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm finding out a lot of good things about it here.
How did you get to know Cheryl?
A mutual friend of ours. She introduced me to Cheryl.
Cheryl is something else, isn't she?
She's a stick of dynamite. She's amazing at
I know her very well. Cheryl saved my life, literally, but we'll talk about that later.
Saved your life.
She saved my life when I was 21. She diagnosed the heart problem that I had that the physician could not diagnose.
She did that as a registered nurse?
Yeah, when she first got to the island. And she's been moving upward and outward ever since. She's unbelievable.
Here's to Cheryl.
Here's to Cheryl. And we'll talk to her in a little bit. We're talking to Cheryl Bartlett. Cheryl is, you're the big wheel here, aren't you?
Well,
What's the deal?
I'm the executive director of the Nantucket AIDS Network.
Right. And recently, you've left your job at the hospital to do this full time, right?
I have.
Why is that?
Well, it became apparent that I've been doing this job as a volunteer for 8 years, and as more and more people are infected with HIV and AIDS, and we need more and more services, that we really needed an administrative person. And originally, I actually planned to exit the AIDS Network because I never really believed that they would take someone from a volunteer position and put them into a paid position. So I felt that my best advice to the AIDS Network was for them to find someone they could hire to be the executive director. And I guess I'm really pleased to think that they thought enough about the work that I've done to think about it for a very short time, and within 15 minutes, 20 minutes came back to me and said, why would we go off island and look for somebody like you? Like, you're the best.
But Cheryl, you've been the Nantucket AIDS Network from the beginning.
I would say that I've been the leader from the beginning, and it has taken a lot of people to make it be what it is.
Right.
But I would agree that I've been the leader of the group. But sometimes it's hard for a volunteer to move into a paid position.
Right.
Hard for the group more than for the individual, and I wasn't about to suggest to the group that I be that person. So I suggested they find that person, and I'm very happy to think that they thought that that person should be me.
Absolutely. Well, over the years, reading the paper, watching the TV, Channel 3. I mean, you've been in there fighting tooth and nail for this organization all along. Why is that? What is it about AIDS? Now, I know that you came to the island. I knew you when you first came to the island. You were a cardiac nurse, weren't you?
Absolutely.
At Yale?
Yes.
See, I knew that. And you came here and worked at the hospital. You worked your way up at the hospital. You became basically the head nurse there, didn't you? And professionally, that's a long way to go. Why make the jump from something like that to something like this? You must have felt something really strongly about this.
Well, one of the things that I've studied over the years, and one of the roles I assumed at the hospital, was to be the infection control nurse. And in that position, you're responsible for teaching the medical staff and the hospital staff about infectious diseases. So AIDS became one of those things that I was responsible to educate the staff at the hospital for. And very early into the epidemic, I had some very, very dear friends of mine die of AIDS. And I realized very early on that this wasn't something that was affecting other people. It was something that was affecting me. And if it was affecting me, it was probably affecting a lot of the people in our community, and that we needed to wake up and do something about it.
Right.
So it's very personally an issue in my life, and I think that I am someone who can make a difference in our community.
Well, you're a political person, I know. You served as a select person here on the island. AIDS still in the 90s, late 90s, is a political issue still, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I know a lot of people would say, well, there's a lot of political talk about HIV and AIDS as far as the distribution of resources, and it's a relatively small problem medically compared to, say, smoking, heart disease, automobile accidents and things like that. What's the personal aspect of this particular cause that draws you to it?
Well, I guess, I would argue with those people that think all those other things are, more important than AIDS. And number one, AIDS is preventable. So that with the proper education and the proper community awareness, I think we can stop cases from HIV and AIDS from happening. And number two, it's the leading cause of death for people ages 25 to 44 years old. And yes, maybe more people die of cancer, but those are most people that die of cancer are over 65 years old. So we're talking about the major infrastructure of society that's supposed to take over and be putting into society so the people that are less able to can benefit. And if those people are starting to become disabled and take out of our society, then the whole balance is being shifted. And I think that if people don't care about HIV and AIDS from a human and a compassionate point of view, that we need to look at it from a business and a financial point of view, because it's a very expensive disease to take care of. And if we wait until people are very sick and dying of AIDS, it's going to cost a lot more to take care of them. And those people are no longer contributing members to our society. So I like to sort of plug it from every point of view that it has an impact. And AIDS has a very serious financial impact to our society.
And when you want to get people's attention,
if they're a businessman and they don't have a human or compassionate point of view, then I would bet that I could show them the dollars and cents of why they need to be involved in this epidemic.
Great. You're doing a great job. We hear everybody thinks you're doing a great job. You've done a really good thing here tonight. We'll see you New Year's Eve.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for talking to us, Sharon.
Thanks a lot.
You look like you got mugged by a plumber. What is up with this jacket here?
Well, if I run out of pipes in my house when I have a leak, I'll always have.
And
This is yours? This is mine.
Okay, I like it.
This is not me.
He looks like he got mugged by a plumber, doesn't he? Turn it on. Does it?
Where do you plug them in?
How's that for style? Right.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. It's like a belt thing. What did this set you back, Fred?
Well, I have no comment.
No comment. But it's all for a good cause, right?
It's all for an excellent cause. Right.
And what do we got on here? A little copper here and there?
I'll probably take off to the moon with this.
Who made this?
I don't know.
Some craftsman. It's gorgeous. Absolutely.
Isn't that terrific?
Yeah.
I love you in your jacket.
Yeah, isn't it?
You look fabulous. Fabulous.
Yeah. It belongs in the gallery.
How do you like my picture?
Beautiful. Mr. Barker, did you buy this painting?
Yes. Isn't that a wonderful painting? Mr. McKnight lives in Palm Beach in the wintertime, and I don't own one, and we almost had him as one of our artists 25 years ago.
Really?
And went down
When
to
you
the
could have had it cheap then, right?
Well, no, you could have met him then.
Right.
We went down to see him. He wasn't there. We never followed up, and he turned out to be famous.
And there it is.
And I thought it was so much fun to buy.
Look at the size of that thing.
And
Where are you going to put
one
it?
of the highlights of the evening of the silent auction.
Where are you going to put this thing?
I have no idea. You know, when you buy art, you buy it because you like it,
Right.
and later you find the home for it.
I heard that. All right.
You all have done such a wonderful job, and
Thank
my
you.
partner put a bid on this wonderful artistic jacket.
It's unbelievable.
Fabulous. Oh, you Fred.
Isn't that something?
Fabulous. No one, I mean, if he goes to Greenwich Village in this, there's no telling what will happen.
There is no telling. I think your next purchase should be a Harley Davidson motorcycle, Fred. What do you think?
Hey,
Another
look,
James
here's
Dean?
The man,
Yeah,
this
all he
man
needs
paid
is a motorcycle.
$8,000.
$8,000. Is this your picture?
Yeah.
Where is it going to go?
Palm Beach.
Palm Beach?
Right.
How are you going to get it there?
In the back of a van with 18 dogs.
With 18 doors and a picture.
Being with all of you all this evening.
Thank
What
you,
an
thank you.
exciting time.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Thanks, Fred. See you later.
Fred, you look great, buddy.
That last bit about tells it all about what's been going on here tonight, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
It's a crazy, nutty night. People have been spending money like there's no tomorrow, all for a really good cause. And Gino and I have decided we're going to spend the rest of the evening enjoying. So we'll see you next week on Vox Pop. Thanks. See you later.